FM. Broadcasting live from the ESPN Radio Winchester studios, diving into what the internet can't stop talking about. It's time for Trending Tuesday on Franklin County's favorite morning show. The starting lineup, fueled by Loco Coffee. And now for your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
Wind it up!
What?
It is the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT, Winchester, fueled by Loco Coffee. And now, once again, copious amounts of pre-workout.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a little more
Pep in my step?
Yeah, like you've got that light in your eyes back.
Yeah.
Or creatine or caffeine or whatever's in there.
All those things. That voice that you hear is Chewy, who is in the Wookiee pen. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am tremendous. Even though I'm very disappointed. I have a tendency to overcommit to things. You know this. I'm very disappointed. I am going to miss my son Jack's first game ever in the history of ever on a football field today. So I'm very disappointed in that. And to make it worse, it's the coffee cup game, which he plays at, he goes to school at, West Middle. So he plays for Tullahoma at this point. We've had this conversation, people. Yes, I know. I want him to go to Franklin County too. But his mom lives in Tullahoma. And aside from getting a court order to get him to come play football down here, I haven't gotten that far yet. Anyway, my point is he plays tonight, and I have committed to a dinner, which is a very good and important dinner that I need to go to. But in the process, I will be missing his first game. So I'm very disappointed in that. But other than that, I'm tremendous. How are you, my friend?
I'm real tired, but I'm ready for a Tuesday.
I can't tell that you're tired. This is just always your face.
Yeah, that happens.
It is a Trending Tuesday here on the show, and we encourage you to get involved in the show. Head on over to the Facebook page, and you can do that there. It's the FMO Facebook feed.
People are back in school.
Back in school. I wonder, maybe it's not the pre-workout. Maybe when you get like this and I get like this, it is me soul sucking from you.
You're like a Dementor taking away all of the I don't know.
Yeah.
What would you call that?
Wookiness.
Chewiness.
I don't know.
I'm
a spirit robber.
A spirit robber. An emotional. You're that. Did you ever watch Into the Shadows? What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
It was like a TV comedy show, mockumentary style, of a bunch of vampires living together. And one of the modern vampires was an emotional vampire. And what he did was he bored you to death.
Yeah.
And you would or he would go online and troll people, and he would get the reaction out of them.
I know some people like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Brutal. Okay, so Chewy's wearing his I Survived Mayhem Monday shirt from Fincham Sportswear, which is a tremendous shirt and very poignant. You did make it through yesterday. We barely did. Probably one of the worst shows we've ever done, in my opinion. But
we learned some things. It was number one, we need pre-workout.
Yeah.
That's now part of the show's budget.
So it is. I can write that off now officially. We would not be here if it was not for the pre-workout. So we after the show yesterday, it was so bad. I said, A, I need to decompress, and B, Chewy, come walk with me, Chewy. We're going to Walmart. And Chewy will never skip out on a trip to Walmart because he thinks I might buy him candy. He's like a 7-year-old. No, so we go over to Walmart and we get the pre-workout, and I get 2 different versions of the pre-workout. I get my traditional version, and then there's this other one that I wanted to try. So I got that one too. I think it'll help me to rotate them, keep them fresh.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, keep your immune system on its toes.
Yeah, and then we went over to TJ Maxx. Chewy has not been to TJ Maxx. Well, he has now, but he had not been to TJ Maxx yet. He's like, so what is TJ Maxx? I said, well, let's go find out. And so we walk into TJ Maxx, and it's a variety of all this stuff. You said it's kind of like a Marshall's, right?
It's kind of like a Marshall's, yeah. TJ Maxx when I was a kid wasn't as nice as it is now.
Yeah, well, give it time.
Yeah.
They just opened.
Oh, right.
I mean, wait till all the stuff in there gets picked through.
Sure.
And they're just left with the stuff that people didn't buy.
Right. That's probably what I'm waiting for.
So, yeah. So we went through, and we're walking through, and we just took a quick glance through, a jaunt through the TJ Maxx. And we get 3/4 of the way to the back of the store, and there's a shelf. And on the shelf, there is this, like, Gorilla Max. And now I'm telling on myself because somebody's going to go in there and they're going to get it. But there's this Gorilla something pre-workout. And I'm like, oh, and I run over to it. This is the stuff that my brother Tommy just started getting, and it's insane. And I pull it off the shelf, and then there's, like, another big old thing of something similar. But I just spent like $50 on pre-workout already. So I had to leave it there. Like I was a disappointed little kid.
By the way, Sherry's son's jumping in this morning. Hey,
good morning, Sherry.
She's hosting a lot of fun events this year.
She does. And did you get the dates fixed?
I did. I finally got the dates fixed on the
Sherry, I blame Chewy.
Yeah. Packed Apart Car Club, September 5th.
So I didn't get the additional. I figured
you didn't get Gorilla supplements. You didn't get it.
I didn't get it. I figured two things of pre-workout was probably enough. A third would have been overkill.
Nearly 1,000 milligrams of
caffeine.
Caffeine is probably plenty.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was our trip yesterday to the Walmart.
You were so devastated by the show. You were like, I got to go run some errands.
Yeah.
you're like,
I got to wash this out of my system and get pre-workout.
Got to separate myself from the show. It was bad. I had a good time. It was funny though because I was just like, I casually mentioned it. We never been to the TJ Maxx. You're just like, oh, well, let's go. I'm like, all right.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to get into yesterday on the show, and we started kind of going in that direction, but then we jumped around so much, and the show was so bad, it never happened. Is we started talking about raccoons. And you were like, okay, you want to talk about raccoons? Let's talk about raccoons. That's just how you operate. But me, in the whole, I didn't bring it home. I didn't bring the raccoon conversation home. Mm-hmm. I brought up T-Rack for a reason. I brought up the Sprocket and the Trash Pandas and the raccoons for a reason. We talked about how the Titans redesigned T-Rack as a furry. I also discovered, Chewy is rolling his eyes in the studio because he knows where this is going, and he knows that his job is at risk. I discovered that Tennessee changed the law, the rules. There's a fee situation that got changed surrounding legally possessing a raccoon. And I've been thinking about it. And now I think I can afford to buy one to have one because the $150 was the only thing standing between me and the responsibility of exotic animal ownership.
Sure.
I want a raccoon. And in fact, I need a raccoon because what it will do, if I can replace you running the board, I can teach it how to run the board, and it'll save me lots of Domino's gift cards.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, their little hands, they would be so useful.
I know.
For things. If you could train a raccoon to like go and get you like a beer or something out of the fridge, but here's the problem. They've got the devil's mischief. They anytime you catch a raccoon.
Yeah, but that's like this show is the devil's mischief at times.
Right, but anytime you see a raccoon, they're either running from a heist they just committed or you've caught them in the middle of one. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Now you're inviting that mischief into your own home or into your own workplace. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, with a dog, like, I know how it's going to be rowdy.
Listen, I understand that you don't want to lose your job, but discrimination is frowned upon. And if you're discriminating against my new equal opportunity, employment hire.
Listen, I'm just saying
that's not cool, man.
If the raccoon can do better than me, that's fine. But I'm just saying when you're jumping into the deep end here, like how do you baby proof for raccoons?
I need somebody dependable to run the board. Okay? I've reached out to Jimothy already, and I'm waiting to hear back from his people.
I don't know if Jimothy could reach the buttons.
Yeah, that's true. We would probably need a normal raccoon. Oh, man, now we're being discriminatory against the raccoon with a condition.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I am increasingly convinced that a raccoon could run the show as well as you.
Okay, all right. We'll do that then. All right, we'll try it. I'll just do my movie review show.
Oh, gosh.
For YouTube, and then I'll let you two handle the morning show.
Yeah, me and a squeaking little raccoon. I'm sure that.
Go ahead.
So, ironically, we were joking about it yesterday. You being a figment of my imagination.
Yeah.
So, but you and I have this ongoing theory that he and or I, one of us, is not actually a real person. And if you don't know what I mean, think Fight Club. Okay. So one of us is Tyler Durden. That's where, and so I was coming off of the. I had been a couple days off of the pre-workout, and Stewie,
way off.
Stewie over there had started. You started fading in and out. You started going invisible.
All the two pictures that we have of each other in the same one.
Yeah, I
started. I just wasn't in them anymore.
I know. So I went and I saw Doc Brown, and he said that I needed to get back on the pre-workout. And you're back. You look like you're in color now again.
I'm fully corporeal.
Yeah.
Back to the way it was. That mysterious white wall that usually exists here after you stop taking some pre-workout disappeared.
Yeah.
So we're back to normal.
Yeah, I can move my arms around again.
Yeah, there you go.
I can lift them up over my head. They're not wrapped around me anymore.
Hey, Brett Crabtree jumping into the chat saying, "Guess who's here?" About time, Brett.
So anyway, Jimothy, if I think on him hard enough, he might just appear. Is where I'm going with that.
I love that we're slowly you just get more and more delusional as we do the show.
Pretty sure Brett being in the chat is also a figment of my imagination.
As soon as you did that, yeah.
We have a fan, right? Our fan shows up. No, but seriously, the only thing standing between me and having a raccoon producer is how do you get a raccoon? I need to find a raccoon.
You just need we've got some of those little bait traps.
We can make you an actual co-host. If we get the raccoon, we can put the raccoon in there, and we'll stick you out here.
I would love that. We need like a pet, or you know what? I wish Rosie would cooperate and sit in the background or something. We need a Rosie cam.
We could actually do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Anyway, all right. So we do have an actual show today, as opposed to me joking around about raccoons again for a second straight day. We'll get into it next. It is the starting lineup on a trending Tuesday. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
A cup of coffee with a lake view. At Drafts and Watercrafts on beautiful Timms Ford Lake, you can relax, enjoy a great meal, and sip on Franklin County's own Loco Coffee. Whether you're stopping in before a day on the water or winding down afterward, Loco is the perfect finishing touch. Great food, beautiful scenery, and locally roasted coffee. It doesn't get much better than that. Loco Coffee at Drafts and Watercrafts. When you're looking for great food, cold drinks, and a fun place to catch the game, make it Jefferson's in Winchester. From wings and burgers to oysters, appetizers, and more. Jefferson's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, or just a night out with friends and family. This fall, Jefferson's is also proud to host the Franklin County Coaches Show with Johnny Hand all season long. good food, local sports, and hometown pride. It's all happening at Jefferson's in Winchester.
Now, here's your ESPN Radio Winchester weather forecast. Brought to you by our official smile partner, Dr. Garrett Orr and Winchester Family Dentistry.
Got a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. It's waking up with some patchy fog. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high of 91 and our heat index value jumping up to 100 degrees. Got some calm winds coming in from the west-southwest at around only 5 miles per hour this afternoon. Stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester for all of your terrible weather updates.
At ESPN Radio Winchester, we're proud to welcome Winchester Family Dentistry and Dr. Garrett Orr as our official smile partner. From routine cleanings and family dental care to helping you feel confident about your smile, Winchester Family Dentistry is committed to caring for patients with comfort, professionalism, and a hometown touch. Whether you're due for a checkup or looking for a dental team you can trust, call Dr. Garrett Orr and Winchester Family Dentistry, proud smile partner of ESPN Radio Winchester.
Joe had to mix up some more pre-workout, but he's ready to go another round. Back to the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
Joe, you have awoken the audience.
I have. So back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio Winchester, Joe Abraham, and at least for now, Chewy. Until he gets replaced by a raccoon. So Doug Garrett jumped into the chat.
Yeah, he said, just when Joe could not find anyone mad at him this week, he does the show based on firing the biggest celebrity in Franklin County. Hashtag Stay Chewy has now started.
Listen.
Shout out to Doug Garrett. He's a real one.
I would just like to point this out. First and foremost, nobody thinks that it's a stretch from me going to finding a raccoon to training a raccoon to doing your job. Okay, where the challenge comes in is getting the raccoon, not training it to do your job. Okay, first and foremost. So that's number one. Number two, the second part of this whole thing is if we get a raccoon and train it to run the radio show, Chewy and I will no longer be the biggest celebrity. Well, I say and I. Chewy will no longer be the biggest celebrity in Franklin County because the raccoon will overtake any hopes for all of that. He would be the most famous raccoon in the history of raccoons since Rocket the Raccoon.
Yeah.
Which don't call him a raccoon.
Man, this whole raccoon thing has gotten out of control. I enjoy. Honestly, I am 110% behind getting the station raccoon.
Okay, let me just throw. And I don't really want to replace Chewy. Okay, if I wanted to, I'd have already done that with Plank. So
Plank is way bigger, more popular than either of us. Yeah.
He is actually.
Yeah. He's been on TV for like 30 years.
Yeah, he's the most famous one. No, but how cool would it be if Chewy and I, because we don't draw enough attention to ourselves, how cool would it be if next time we took a trip to Walmart, we did so with a raccoon on our shoulder?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Just walking around with a raccoon.
I would love that.
Yeah. My animals at home probably wouldn't. Rosie probably wouldn't like it so much. But
yeah, Rosie would not tolerate that. Or she'd be too timid to even like get anything started with it, you know? But it would be hilarious to watch the raccoon like take his little creepy hands and like take her dog food and dip it in the water and eat it. Because I wonder if she would have the gall to tell him to not do that.
Probably not.
Have you ever seen her get angry at anything before? I've never seen her aggressive or barking.
I haven't seen her any other emotion than scared.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrified for no reason.
Right.
That's Rosie. Okay, so it is a trending Tuesday. And before we get into all the like big national trending topics, I need to start out with something that's going on. It's trending in my home. And this is a challenge. I need some insight on this from the listeners, from the people of Franklin County. And if you're on your way to school this morning and you're listening and you're tuned in on the FMO Facebook feed, or you're listening on the smartphone app because our signal sucks, or you're listening on the signal because you live like within 2 miles of the station, all of those things are good. I don't care how you're listening. I just need your help. Okay. Chewy, you know I have 4 boys that live in my house. I've got a 13-year-old, 2 11-year-olds, and a 7-year-old. And my home has officially stopped ceasing as a residence and begun existing as a locker room. Okay? My sons, don't ask me how, don't ask me when, don't ask me who started this trend in the home, because I cannot tell you. My sons have discovered pantsing one another.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, for anybody who understands, once you get more than two boys, one more than two boys, once you get beyond two boys in a home together, in the same room together, that room becomes a locker room.
It's closer to a zoo than a home.
Right. You can manage two. Beyond two, locker room territory. And when you've got multiple boys living under the same roof, you understand exactly why and how this happens. You don't understand it, but you get it. One kid does something stupid. The other kid thinks it's hilarious. The third kid escalates it. The fourth kid makes it into a meme. It's this endless cycle. They have their own language, their own words. I mean, Juliana will make up her own words. Jack will steal them. And then next thing you know, there's like 4 little minions running around dropping these phrases. It's just ridiculous. It's out of control. But going back to the pantsing, okay?
Right.
And I wonder at times how they're genetically related to me and how they just are the way that they are. Even Crosby, who's not genetically related to me at this point, may as well be, because he falls right into the middle of all of this. And he actually gives it back to me better than the other three. The other three are kind of too scared to mess with me. But it's become so commonplace that these little hoodlums are running around pantsing each other. The other day, Joey, who's one of the 11-year-olds, is standing at the kitchen sink washing dishes. And one of the boys walks up behind him as he's standing there washing dishes and pantses him. So now he's standing there in his boxers washing dishes with his feet around his ankles. And the other brother sees this and runs up behind him and pulls his underwear down, continues to pants him, because one time wasn't enough. And Joey just continues to wash dishes. Just yank, and he doesn't even flinch. And he says, you know what? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. That's when you know it's gone too far, right? They've become completely desensitized to it. And the problem, this wasn't even the problem. I mean, it is a problem, but this wasn't even the problem, okay? This is when you know they've been spending too much time cooped up in the house over summer break too long. I'm concerned because now they're going back to school. What kind of calls am I going to get from the school?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, they're just boys being boys. They're just goofballs. That was until they took the show on the road.
Oh, no.
And you might be saying to yourself, well, Joe, it's okay. I mean, what did they do? They're walking around Walmart. I mean, half the people that walk around Walmart don't wear pants anyway. No. It went beyond innocent little brother stuff. They're laughing. They're having fun. Nobody cares. The rules change when you leave the house, specifically when you go to a pool party, specifically when it is a church pool party.
God, dude.
At the Swimplex.
Dang.
And you look up while you're having a conversation with your pastor, and your 7-year-old is trying to pull down the swim trunks of your 13-year-old who has gone through puberty.
Oh, no.
In front of the good Lord, all of the parents, all of the little girls in the church youth group, everybody.
Ugh.
Thankfully, he wasn't able to get them down.
Oh, that's good.
But you go to the pastor's pool party.
And your kids are the ones that are pantsing each other.
And my kids are the ones ripping each other's pants down.
Alice Davis jumped in saying, I raised 4 boys. I hate to tell you, it never stops. Doesn't end. It's like, yeah, welcome to hell. You know?
Yeah. So I have a group of younger brothers. It was my parents went through, they had an older group of children. It was me, and I had 4 older sisters, and then I had what amounts to almost an identical looking group of kids. There was my younger sister, Grace, which is funny because her name starts with a G as well. Grace, then Tommy, Danny, John. And they were all staggered the same exact way. I have pictures where they're like dressed up for Halloween, and you could almost like barely tell which group is which.
Dang.
That's how perfectly staggered. It's like I am raising my younger siblings again for the second time, because I was 7 years older than them. I almost raised them as I was going through school. And I didn't raise them. I poorly influenced them. But my point is that it's like seeing them grow up again. And I thoroughly remember my brothers and the stuff that they would do to one another.
Animals.
And that's what I have to look forward to. And so when I talk about wanting a raccoon, it's because I want a semblance of normalcy and kind of like proper behavior in my life.
You know you're not going to get that until like Walter's like 20.
Oh, God. No, you think the 20... Okay, listen. If me and my brothers get together again right now...
Oh, it's another...
Yeah, I mean, we might as well be... I'm 14, they're 7, 5, and 3.
I was thinking more like this whole charade isn't going to end until they're all out of the house, you know? And I was like, I'm thinking about the long term, you know what I mean? But it is interesting because I wonder, where do we go from here? Do you know what I mean? What's next?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to get like, they're not going to be like, all right, guys, let's relax.
No,
they're going to be like, okay, what's next on? You know what I mean? Like they're looking forward to it.
it was a situation where I had to. So Katie and I, there's different levels. Like I usually say something first, then Katie comes in with the more intense. And then if the hammer needs to drop, that's where I come in, and that's where it gets scary, and everybody pees a little bit when I raise my voice. So it had gotten past me saying something, and I turned to Katie while I was laying there talking to the pastor poolside. I say, hey, can you go say something to the boys and please get them to stop pantsing each other? Because if I did it, it would have caused a scene in front of everybody at the thing. So she took him aside, and she did. But yes, parents of multiple boys will tell you that it's not just my house. I understand that it will not get better. I am just asking if anybody has any suggestions on how to keep their pants up. To please drop that in the chat.
Make them all wear jumpsuits.
Yeah. Belts, maybe. I don't know.
Well, see, as soon as you give them a belt, they're going to start hitting each other with them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah.
I know. I learned that lesson.
Andrew jumped in the chat this morning. Good morning, Andrew. Doug Garrett jumped back in saying, now that I've thought about it for about 10 minutes or so, it would be cool to see a raccoon in the Wookiee pen. Chewie will survive in the wilderness. Katie jumped in saying, you and your brothers were grabbing crutches at this year's Easter dinner. What were you guys up to?
Crotches?
Crutches.
Crotches?
Well, it says crutches. She may have meant crotches.
Grabbing crutches. I think she means crotches.
What were y'all doing?
I don't remember grabbing anybody's crotch.
Okay. Was it like a cup check kind of thing?
Probably.
Okay. See, that's like, because...
I don't remember that.
Yeah. But it sounds like you're still a bit of a hellion yourself, and you're over here wagging your finger at these boys not to be hellions. And I'm playing devil's advocate for him right now, right?
Listen. Do as I say, not as I do.
There you go.
No, I don't have any idea how they got like that. Okay. It's not my fault.
Okay, yeah. So Katie came back. It was crotches. Taking pics. So behavior still. I said, so okay. I see where they get it then. Okay, so this is almost an inevitability. It sounds like.
Don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby. Listen, I'm not taking responsibility for this.
That was really funny.
They might be my kids, but I don't take any responsibility for anything that they do. It is my fault, isn't it? Somewhere along the way. All right, well, if you see my boys, listen, if you see young'uns running around pulling each other's pants down, it's probably my kids. Just ignore them. We'll be back on the other side with more. This is the starting lineup, ESPN Radio Winchester.
Stimulant misuse can take many forms. It may involve abusing methamphetamine or prescribed ADHD medication. Both carry real risks when not used safely or under medical supervision. Prevention starts with education and open communication. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition provides tools and local resources to help families make informed decisions. When we stay proactive, we are stronger together, and we are stronger without it. Learn more at fcpctn.org. This project is funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
At John Davenport Construction, you'll get an experienced evaluation, a clear explanation of the problem, and practical recommendations based on what your home actually needs. No confusing sales pitch, no unnecessary repairs, just honest communication and quality workmanship from a veteran-owned local company with more than 20 years of construction experience. Visit jdfoundationpro.com to learn more. John Davenport Construction. A strong home starts with a strong foundation.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday school at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The City of Winchester is recognizing the veterans, volunteers, sponsors, and committee members whose work to bring the Vietnam Traveling Memorial Wall to Winchester last summer continues to benefit the community. Sponsorship funds from the event have helped provide benches along the walking trail at Winchester City Park, and military medallions representing each branch of the U.S. Armed Forces have now been installed along the trail. City officials say the additions create a lasting tribute to those who have served while providing a meaningful place for reflection for generations to come. Franklin County Schools is welcoming students back to the cafeteria with a reminder that meals will continue to be provided at no cost at several schools throughout the Community Eligibility Provision, or CEP, for the 2026-2027 school year. Participating schools include Broadview, Clark Memorial, Cowan, Deckard, Northlake, and Rock Creek Elementary Schools, along with Franklin County High School, Huntland Schools, North Middle, and South Middle. District officials say they're looking forward to another great year serving students across Franklin County. The FCHS Rebel Pride Marching Band is asking parents and students to lend a hand on Monday, August 10th, as preparations continue for football and marching season. Volunteers will gather beginning at 4:30 p.m. to clean and stock the concession stand. Students are welcome to help after practice and can earn volunteer hours while supporting the band program. And the Winchester City Council will meet Tuesday, August 11th at 5 p.m. With renovations underway at Winchester City Hall, the meeting will be held in the upstairs courtroom of the Franklin County Courthouse. Residents planning to attend are reminded to make note of the temporary location. For details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
This is Daryl from Columbus, previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show. I like your show. I've been watching you for years. I like you, but I don't like you. I don't know you like Tennessee or Alabama. I don't know which one you like, but I know you don't like the Auburn Tigers, man.
Willie, thank you. I'm a little bit confused by liking me and not liking me, but you laid out your case very well.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC Network.
Take the starting lineup with you wherever you go. Download the WCDT smartphone app in your Google Play and Apple App Store. Now, back to the guys.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340, 1069, WCDT, Winchester, Joe Abraham, and Chewy. And yesterday, Doug Garrett jumped in and wished Ansley a happy 22nd birthday. Yesterday was also Kyler Parker's birthday.
It was.
And I would encourage you to jump into the FMO Facebook feed. If you ever have anybody's birthday that you want to shout out for, that is a really good place to put it, and we will shout them out.
Alice Davis jumped back in saying, my boys are 36, 31, 30, and 27. When they are all together, they still try to pants each other, cup checks, and at least one WWE match breaks out every holiday.
Yes.
Katie says, fine, call it cup checking. I have a picture of y'all doing that, and let's not mention that John loves to kiss y'all when y'all are taking pictures.
Okay, yeah. So I know what she's talking about as far as the cup checking and the crotch grabbing and stuff like that. So what they were doing is anytime somebody would go to take a picture or something like that, they would put their hand over the crotchal area.
Oh, okay.
So that it would basically make the picture look inappropriate and stuff like that. Yes, that is part of being an immature guy.
So
this is how we operate.
Katie did say happy birthday to Ivy Dwight.
Hey, happy birthday to Ivy Dwight.
Doug jumped back in saying, a house full of boys sounds fun. I'm currently residing in an ocean of estrogen, tears, I
You can always come hang out with us, Doug.
Yeah.
Chewy and I right now, we're up to. I told you, you get more than 2 guys. You got to get to like 2.5 to 3 guys. Don't ask me how you have 2.5. We've got 1.5 in here right now. So you get up to.
I remember this.
I need another guy in here, and then we'll be at locker room level. You don't believe me? Look what happens when Ricky Tips shows up. We hit that.
That is true.
2.5 plus mark, and boom, we're into locker room
Things start
territory.
to get rowdy. You know, we start cracking open the beers, and then
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Well, yeah, when you leave, that's what we do.
Oh yeah.
But he told me not to tell you that.
So anyway, back here on the starting lineup. Speaking of cracking open a beer, no, that's not where I was going. As the kids are heading on to school today, I need to say something to the parents, because there are a lot of parents who are jumping on a Facebook page and they're posting the pictures of their kids, like first day of kindergarten and then first day of senior year.
Yeah.
Listen, I need to say something to these parents who are sending their kids off for their first day of senior year. Stop it. Stop posting. Stop doing this to me, much less to yourself.
She says, I'm in.
They are, yes, they're going to school. I can't deal with.
It's already, yeah.
I have a little girl who's going into her first year, freshman year, first year high school. It's tough enough on me. And I see y'all's stuff, and I know in about 10 minutes she's going to be a senior.
Is G really in high school?
She's a freshman.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Oh, no.
And I can't deal with your stuff, so please stop, because you're just making it harder on us all. And I'm fairly certain that my testosterone level is not high enough to deal with this right now, and I don't need to cry on the radio, okay? Speaking of trending Tuesday, have you seen, do you know who Dalton, I think it's Dalton Ain't Worried, something like that?
No.
Dalton. There's this guy and his wife, and they're like social media influencer, something like that. I don't know. They just do stupid stuff. They live out in West Virginia. He's like a former college football player. He's pretty jacked, always running around without his shirt on, and they have this piece of property, and they do crazy stuff, and basically it revolves around them, and they dye their pond, and they have a zip line into their all this stuff. He posted something the other day where he was like crying. He was talking about how life is hard, and he was crying. Got 80 million views across the 3 platforms in like 24 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Had 50 million views, I think, on Facebook alone. It was insane. But if you know, Dalton Ain't Worried, I think is what it is. And it's their stuff is pretty funny.
He's worried about
pretty
something.
Cute. Yeah, but he was sad. I don't know what he's sad about. There's speculation there.
Alice says he did a new video today and says he's okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm concerned. What I'm really worried about is that it's something between him and Sako, his wife. I hope that they work out. She's not from here. She's from like Africa or something like that. She's not from America. She's from somewhere. But I just hope that they're not having marriage problems. That would be sad.
You ready for this gut punch?
Yeah.
Brett Crabtree jumped in saying, mine is on her way to Knoxville as we speak to move into her dorm for freshman year.
You guys got to stop. You got to stop with this stuff. I can't handle it.
You don't even want to think about it.
No.
Yeah.
It's traumatizing me to just think about it. I have a little bit of time left. I need to. Now, speaking of the time that I have left with my lovely 14-year-old daughter at this point in time, she almost caused me to burn down the house this weekend. Again, it's not my fault. It's my kid's fault. Okay? Now, I'm in the process of teaching them things like accountability, which I don't have to take accountability because I'm adult. I do what I want, and it's not my fault. It's everybody else's fault, right? That's what we learn on Facebook.
I pay my taxes like everybody else.
Yeah. I don't need to take accountability. You do. You're 14. No, that's not how I really am. Most of the time. So I was in the process of, we were cooking out, okay? Now, Katie corrected me because on the show topic whiteboard over there, I wrote, Joe almost burns the house down making jalapeno poppers. She wanted to make this clear. Joe didn't make jalapeno poppers. Joe cooked jalapeno poppers. Katie made the jalapeno poppers, which involves scraping all of like the seeds and capsaicin, all that stuff out of them, stuffing them with the cheese, and then wrapping them with the bacon and all the things, which is way more intensive than, starting the fire on my propane grill, putting them on there. Which pretty much is the extent of what I did. So in the process of cooking these jalapeno poppers, I ran into an issue with my 14-year-old daughter. Now, we already talked about the fact that I've got these sons that are running around town pantsing each other. My 14-year-old daughter, she causes as many metaphorical fires as my jalapeno poppers almost did this weekend. No, she's just of that age. And anybody who has 3 young boys like I do, 4 young boys in a house like I do, that are always just like locker room. And I don't include, let me just say this. I say 3 young boys because Crosby does not associate unless pulled in. Crosby sees where things are headed and retreats away to not be involved. He sees the trouble coming and avoids being a part of it.
Separates himself from the situation.
He's not a hoodlum.
Yeah.
Crosby is a correct young man. The 3 idiots are the 3 that I refer to most of the time. Crosby does not fall in the idiot category. Now, Juliana somehow has the ability, even though there's only one of her, thank the Lord, to create as much of a headache as the 3 boys combined. I just have to worry about them killing one another. She is always some kind of emotional distress, some kind of something. She's a 14-year-old girl, okay? So I have to step away from the grill for a couple of minutes to put out some metaphorical fires. I go inside, I start parenting, I tell her to clean her room for the 30th time this week, which, by the way, never got cleaned. And I'm walking back outside to the grill. I open the back door, and there's just smoke billowing out of the grill. The whole back porch is encapsulated in this cloud of smoke. And I'm like, oh, crap! I flip open the lid to the grill, and there's just flames. Pretty big little grill fire. and the cheese had set itself on fire. Wasn't my fault.
Right. The cheese set itself
I
on
didn't
fire.
set it on fire.
Yeah.
The cheese set itself on fire. Now, here's the difference between Katie and I. This is the same thing. When Walter stuck his arm through the plate glass window and I thought he cut his arm off, I'm like, oh no, the grill is on fire. I start running around in circles, like looking for, I need water.
For a propane fire?
I don't know. I don't know what I was looking for.
Okay.
I did put it out with water.
Okay, good. Okay.
But I was like, I need to knock these flames down. And she calmly is like in the kitchen, doesn't even barely move. She like looks up and she's like, "Oh yeah, you'll want to figure out a way to snuff that out or something." She barely even moves. Me, I'm like, "Call the fire department." I didn't go that far.
I can totally just picture the whole dynamic in place. With you like that Benny Hill music running around, like trying to find like a gallon jug that you can pour out and not waste something in.
Yeah. So this is the best part of it, right? So I am literally like, I'm like, does anybody have like beer? Sweetie, do you have beer? Because she's always got beer in the fridge or something like that. This time, no beer, of course.
The one time,
the one time
like,
I needed beer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a thing? Does beer knock down flames on a grill fire?
I would think it would.
I was always told that it did. Like you just pour your beer in there and it knocks it down.
Well, the alcohol though, that could like if it was like a high percentage beer. I mean, I don't know. Because I've seen those chefs use like the wine and then the giant flame comes up.
Yeah,
you know,
we don't want that for sure. But anyway, it wasn't like a grease fire, right? It was the cheese had dripped down into the thing and it lit on fire. And so honestly, as soon as I poured the water on it, it knocked it down. But I was afraid to pour water on it because then I'm told you're not supposed to pour water on certain things like oil and other things like that. I didn't want to do that.
Alice says that's alcohol abuse.
It is alcohol abuse. So anyway, I'm running around looking for water. I run inside. I grab a big jug thing. I start filling it up from the sink, which, by the way, our sink has really bad water pressure. It takes forever. So now the flames are getting higher, and I'm like, waiting on this thing. I go back outside. I pour the water on the grill, and it knocks the flames out. And I'm like, okay. I look over to my left, and there is a cooler full of water, bottled water, melted ice water from the day before. And I'm just like looking at it thinking, what is wrong with me? Anyway, house didn't burn down. Jalapeno poppers were actually poppin'. They were very good.
Oh, well, they didn't get ruined.
No, didn't get ruined. A little smoky flavor, a little crispy.
Okay,
but they were good.
Bit.
But they were good. Anyway, so just in case you were wondering, yes, in this case, water did safely knock down the jalapeno popper fire. It didn't burn down the house. I survived. Still have my eyebrows. It was all my daughter's fault. And the cheese too. But yeah. So
we'll jump into the comments after the break here.
Okay.
We got a few.
It is the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
It is the starting lineup. So the World Cup is going on right now in America, which means we have visitors from all corners of the world. They spend the last couple of weeks thinking, you know what? Americans aren't that bad. Nothing says welcome to America like a Belgian soccer fan waking up at 7:30 to some guy named Randy blowing up mortars in the backyard and a sleeveless Dale Earnhardt shirt. Welcome to America!
Curator of Abraham Art Gallery right on the square in downtown Winchester. Looking for something unique? Every month brings a new featured artist, original art to inspire and share with the community. Come in, explore, and discover art that's ready to go home with you today. Whether you're redecorating, collecting, or just need something that sparks joy, this is your place. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit abrahamgallery.com or stop by at 106 North High Street. You never know what you'll fall in love with.
For over 75 years, one thing has never changed in Winchester, Tennessee. Hall Furniture has been there through it all. 3 generations, decades of trust, and the commitment to quality, value, and service that still comes first today. As we celebrate over 75 years in business, we want to say thank you to our loyal customers, our community, and to everyone who has made Hall Furniture a Winchester tradition. Hall Furniture, here's to another 75 years of helping you make a house feel like home.
Why choose Moore Courtney Funeral Home? Well, they're a 5th-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. Moore Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. Moore Courtney Funeral Home.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
I don't know what to tell you. I know it's not much, but this is the best they've got. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio, WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester, Joe Abraham and Chewy. And, yes, people will every once in a while ask us, Joe, how do you guys come up with 2 hours worth of stuff to talk about every day? My response to them is, sometimes we don't, which is how I end up talking about almost burning my house down and my boys pantsing each other for an entire hour.
So Katie jumped into the chat earlier when we were talking about graduation. She says, my time is run out. Caleb will graduate college in a year and a half. Doug Garrett jumped back in saying, can't wait for Where's the Beef Wednesday as I drop off Everly at Rock Creek. Somebody has to have the story about the driveway right before the school. Like, who made that lady lose it? And then Brett Crabtree jumped back in saying, you don't have any time left, Joe. She's already gone, and you don't even know it yet. Just accept it, man. Katie said that Alice is her new bestie, and then Brett Crabtree jumped right back in, telling you about grilling, and he says, you got to keep the spray ball of water at the grill all times, rookie.
Okay. So first off, I would like to address Brett Crabtree calling me a rookie. Some of us don't normally light our grill on fire, rookie. I grill a lot, and it's very rare that something like this has ever happened to me. It's not something I normally do.
Right.
And the only reason it happened is because I stepped away for a moment and was not monitored. But normally, I just look the flames in the eyes and I say, stay under control, and they listen to me. For fear of repercussion.
You straight wore a farm at the grill the whole time.
Well, they bring the heat, but they don't want any of this smoke. Okay. So and in fact, sometimes I don't even use the grill. Like if we run out of propane and I forget to make the trip over to Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware and tell them that I want the ESPN Radio special on my propane and get it for $13.40. If I forget to do all that, sometimes I just stand over the grill and I use my heat vision on the meats and other various items to cook them.
We lost like 4 people during that rain.
Hey, do you like my shirt? Fincham Sportswear hooking me up with this bad boy.
Not gonna lie, that might be one of my favorite pieces of Fincham yet.
Fire.
It is awesome.
Actual sportswear.
It's really, really cool. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
The logo on the sleeve and everything. I mean, that's sweet. It's my favorite color too. So, back to what were we talking about? Oh, I want to know what happened at Rock Creek. This poor lady's probably trying to get out of her driveway, and y'all blocked her in?
I didn't even think about that, but could you imagine? Like, there's there's seasons where you don't leave until after 8:15 a.m.
We need to have this annual conversation, okay? And it is the first real week of school here in Franklin County, so we're gonna have to talk about this. Listen, the first day is okay because you're dropping your kid off at school, and you're gonna, bye, sweetie, I love you, have a great day, give me a hug, all this stuff. I get it. The first day, the kid getting out of the car is going to take a little bit longer. The line's going to be backed up a little bit. From this point forward, from today forward, you don't even need to come to a full stop. They're young. They bounce. I've got a lot of them, okay? They all mostly don't have brain damage. I just push them out the door. You just slow down. If you get it at or below 5 miles an hour, they'll be okay.
Roll out.
You slow down when you are in the drop-off line. This is not like my daughter. This is not the time and the place where I have the conversation with her in the drop-off line, or Katie does. You didn't pick up your room this week like we told you to 35 times. And you're grounded, and this, that, and the other thing. No, this is not the time and the place for those conversations. This is not the time and the place for, you're getting older. You're getting older, and as you get older, you're going to start having these feelings. This is not the time and the place for these types of conversations, okay? But for whatever reason, and you can identify them, there are problem cars in the drop-off line that stop and have like an entire TED Talk in the parking lot as people are trying to drop their kids off. And it's the same 5 people. Every year, every time, it's like clockwork. You can identify, there's a green Toyota. We're going to be here all flipping day.
Alice says block driveways is a horrible problem at the line in Deckard. And then she says, tuck and roll, kids, tuck and roll.
Yes, tuck and roll. Get used to it. If your kid is not athletic, get him a helmet. It is the starting lineup. We'll be back with hour number 2 on the other side on ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
The starting lineup with Joe and Chewy is presented by Loco in Winchester. Right here in Winchester, Loco is doing things their own way. From locally roasted Loco coffee to a one-of-a-kind shop experience. It's a place that's built for the Franklin County community. So if you haven't stopped by yet, now's the time. Support local. Drink Loco coffee, fueling Franklin County mornings. Roasted right here in Franklin County. And don't forget to tune into the starting lineup weekdays from 7 to 9.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to refresh your home with hot deals from Furniture Merchandise Outlet in Tullahoma. Whether you're upgrading your living room, bedroom, dining room, or finding the perfect mattress, FMO has stylish furniture at prices your wallet will love. Visit Furniture Merchandise Outlet today at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, or shop anytime at FMOTN.com. Make your house feel like summer all year long with FMO.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester, or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
There are all kinds of guys. Car guys, guitar guys, even those yogi guys. Let's be honest, not all guys are built the same. We're garage guys, and if you're looking to upgrade the curb appeal of your home instantly, we have a variety of options from trusted manufacturers across the industry. So we may not be able to strum you a chord, but we can provide a remodel you can afford. See what I did there? Call Garage Guys today or find them online at garageguys931.com. Garage Guys, built different.
Looking to make a difference in Franklin County? The Franklin County Prevention Coalition works every day to build a safer, healthier community, free from substance misuse. Through education, outreach, and strong local partnerships, they empower parents, schools, and leaders to prevent addiction and support positive choices. From youth programs to community events, the coalition is here for you. Learn more or get involved today at fcpctn.org. Together, we prevent.
This project is funded under a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
For over 75 years, one thing has never changed in Winchester, Tennessee. Hall Furniture has been there through it all. 3 generations, decades of trust, and the commitment to quality, value, and service that still comes first today. As we celebrate over 75 years in business, we want to say thank you to our loyal customers, our community, and to everyone who has made Hall Furniture a Winchester tradition. Hall Furniture, here's to another 75 years of helping you make a house feel like home.
The Vols play here. WCDT 1340 AM, W295 AV, 1069 FM. Broadcasting live from the ESPN Radio Winchester studio, it's the starting lineup. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
Back here for hour number 2 on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham alongside Chewy.
Brett Crabtree jumped in, by the way. It was a little long for the end of the show, so I wanted to save it for the top of the hour here. Talking about grilling.
Yeah.
He says, I'm not saying that I always set the grill on fire.
No.
I'm saying that there is a chance that it could at any time. Better to have one and not need it than need it and not have one. It's a good point. Sherry Sons also jumped in talking about pickup lines, saying set them up for a good day. In the mornings, if you drill them, you're not the only setting them up for failure, but the school staff as well. Once you pull them out of the school parking lot, help them ready to get out of the vehicle ASAP. Teach them to be mindful of the vehicles around them, and also do not block people's driveways. Are you ready for this Deckard call again?
I am ready for Deckard again.
I forgot that it was a thing again. I'm so glad that they jumped back in. Good morning, Deckard.
Good morning, WCDT.
How are you guys out there this morning?
We are terrific on this Tuesday morning. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're excited for this pledge.
Awesome. We've got 5th grade from Miss Jackson's class up here and ready to make that happen.
All right, let's hear it.
Good morning, Deckard Elementary and Franklin County. Let's get ready for another great day. Let's prepare for the pledge. Let's stand, salute, and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's have a great day. Go Vols.
Beautiful pledge this morning.
All right. Yep. My name is Brendan, and I have the fun fact of the day. The planet Mars is not actually round.
Oh.
The planet Mars is not actually round.
That's
wow.
Right. It's an obligate.
I'm going to have to look into that and figure out what shape is it then, you know?
Flat. It's flat.
I think it's called an obligate spheroid. That's pretty neat. Well, thank you, Deckard. I appreciate that one. That was a great one. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you can chew on that for the rest of the day. All right, you guys have a wonderful day.
See ya.
Thank you.
It's a flat disc.
I think it's called an obligate spheroid. And
it's like a pancake.
No, it's more like a pear. Or actually, Earth is the same way. It's not a sphere.
Yeah,
it's kind of fatter.
That's what
at the
they tell
bottom.
us anyway.
What were we talking about?
Like a pear. Well, I was going to talk about the fact that our graphic still says Mayhem Monday, and so does the bottom scroll thing. It says, have a great Monday,
dang,
everybody.
Joe, you're calling me out in front of everybody.
Now, listen, I already changed the Facebook post that said Mayhem Monday as well to Trending Tuesday.
Did I put Mayhem Monday this morning?
Yeah.
Did I do that? I'm sorry.
Which I know yesterday's show was bad, but Chewy, we can't go back and redo it.
We're doing a reboot.
Despite what we want to do, we cannot. No, I welcome you in to hour number 2 of the Trending Tuesday show. It's been an interesting first hour. It's been less about the trending stuff and more about Joe's personal problems, including me almost burning down the house and my boys going around pantsing each other. But that all being said, we touched on something there towards the end of the hour that I think is very important.
Okay.
We're talking about how we as parents can set our children up for success, Chewy. Now,
yeah.
You don't have any kids yet.
My girlfriend has a dog.
Yeah, which you hate.
I don't hate the dog.
Nothing the dog.
No. That's mom's dog.
Oh.
That's the one that lives with us.
Oh, okay.
She's got another dog that lives
You like
somewhere
the
else.
one that doesn't live with you.
Bingo.
Okay.
That's that's the real key here.
You could be the proud owner of, like, you could be a raccoon dad.
I might like that.
That would be cool.
We had a bird, and I really liked the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to us raising our kids up to be mindful of other people. Now, this is one thing. If you're raising a raccoon, you might not have to worry about these same types of challenges, which is also kind of a good thing about owning a raccoon. But for people who actually have little humans, when we sit in the line at the drop-off and we take forever and we block traffic, to me, what that shows is that you are not mindful of the folks around you. Now, I personally am one of those people where it makes me uncomfortable to delay other people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a term in Finding Nemo that I find is very relevant in situations like this when we talk about humans like this, and that's when we call people delay fish.
Yeah.
There are delay fish who don't give a crap about the other people around them. And they do. They'll sit there, and you'll be like ordering food at the dinner table at a restaurant, and they won't be prepared, or they'll ask 50 million questions. Listen to me. If you can't figure out how to order food off a menu, and you're at this point in your life, to me, it's about having to be the center of attention. And it's about not caring about the other people around you. It is. Look, don't look at me like that. I'm all for being the center of attention, but I'm also self-aware enough to say, you know what? I don't want bad attention. I don't want to be the one that's holding everybody else from placing their order for their food, or like you're standing in the line at the Walmart and you're checking out, and you've got these people who they've got. Maybe it's coupons. Maybe they just have questions. Maybe they forgot something. Listen to me. If you forgot something and you're in the process of checking out, tough nuts, my friend. Finish your checkout, go back and get it, and recheck out again. I should not have to sit here and wait for you to send your kid or to go search for said item. That is delay fish mentality. It's like the people who, again, at Walmart's a great example of this. You're going down the aisle at Walmart, and there is like some Karen standing in the middle of the aisle looking up at the, I don't know,
cereal,
soup, anything like that. You're in the baking aisle. Usually I run into them in the baking aisle or something. It's like, listen, there can only be so many brands of chocolate chips. Just pick. What are we doing here?
Tori is small enough to where if she got into a fight, she's going to lose. And I mean, like, I'm saying that with love. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure she'll put up a good fight, but she's going to lose.
Yeah.
So when we're in public, if she says something, who's going to get beat up?
Right.
It's going to be me.
Yeah.
And whenever she is like this is one of her like personal pet peeves is what I'll agree with you on, the delay fish. where traffic, dude, she gets mad. And like, but the Walmart is where it's the worst because someone will be staring at something and like have their cart catty cornered, and you have to like physically ask them to say, it's like, hey, could you, like, excuse me,
right?
You know, and that it sets her off. She loudly goes, some people don't even know where to, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, you say that when we are like 30 meters from the person. Don't say it as we're leaving the aisle, because every time they look at you like you did something, you know?
I don't understand how hard it is to be looking at what you're looking for what you're shopping for, while also being self-aware enough to move the heck out of the way.
Alice Davis says, hi, it's me. I'm Karen. That is not true, Miss Alice. You're way too cool for this. Let's say Brett Crabtree, by the way, jumped back in saying, have a raccoon, I've heard, is like having a pet, a puppy, a cat, and a toddler all at once. So I'm glad it's going to be you who's doing that.
I want one so bad.
Also, Miss Sherry Sun says that she loves that we have Deckard in on the morning. We love having them too.
Yeah.
And then Brett Crabtree says neither is a planet, Earth. And then he says, as he's talking about when I forgot to change the things, he says, as he's wearing his Mayhem Monday shirt.
Listen,
I wore it because I thought today was Monday.
It says I survived Mayhem Monday, which means that shirt can be worn post Monday anytime he wants. I usually wear my Therapy Thursday made me worse shirt on Friday because it's the next day.
He says, I get absolute road rage in aisles behind people or just walking behind people in general. Can I tell you where the worst actually is? It's Dollar General. And you know why? It's because like every time, because think about the psychology with like Walmart, you're on a mission, right? With Dollar General, this is like a side quest, right? You're like, oh man, I got a really bad stomach ache. I need to go grab some.
If Dollar General was built on a world full of me's going and shopping there, they'd go out of business. I don't know how. I never go to the DG.
Really?
I never go. The only time I ever go to the Dollar General is if I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I have a sugar craving, and I'll go to the candy aisle over at the Dollar General, grab one or two things, and then. But that's like once a month. I never go to the Dollar General. There are people who use it religiously.
Yeah, dude. If I don't have to go to Kroger or Walmart, I won't do it. If I can get what I can from DG, I go and do that. Really? But it's just more manageable. Do you know what I mean? Like I know, I don't know. And again, it might just be habitual, but I much prefer a DG over anything else. I liked that one pop shelf thing that was in front of Walmart, which I guess was also owned by Dollar General.
Yeah.
But
same company. I don't shop there.
Dang. House divided.
Yeah,
I figured Dollar General would be right up your alley.
No.
All right, then.
No, I don't associate with those people.
Let us know on the FMO Facebook stream. You DG or Walmart kind of person?
So as far as the category of people that go to DG versus Walmart, like, do you have to get if you're a Dollar General? Do Dollar General people get gussied up to go to Walmart? Like, is it a step up?
Joe, I don't think I've ever been gussied up to do anything.
That's what I mean.
That library masquerade where I did put on some eyeliner for that one, and I looked so good.
Golly, you do that and wash your hair in the same day, we're gonna have problems.
I'm gonna start my own show.
I know. So, what the heck were we even talking about?
That was the entire segment. I'm sorry.
Oh, the people that
road rage. It was. It started with the pickup
delay
line.
fish. People who don't pay attention. So what you're doing by sitting there in the drop-off line is you're teaching your kids that it's okay to be oblivious and to not care about other people. That is one of the biggest problems that we have in this world right now. Is everybody's got social media. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody thinks that just because they have a platform that what they say actually matters. Not looking at us at all. We're not responsible for any of this. We don't fall into that category at all here on the starting lineup. But everybody else does. Dang it! I walked right into that. All right, we'll be back with more of this show that thinks that it's important enough to be on the air next.
That's a short.
On ESPN Radio Winchester.
This is ESPN Radio Winchester, where Franklin County comes to life. From local news and athletics to everything in between, we're proud to bring you the stories that matter right here at home. And it's all made possible by local businesses connecting with real people in our community every single day. When you support them, you support our local coverage. Over 75 years of Franklin County heritage. Want your business to be a part of it? Contact WCDT today. ESPN Radio Winchester. Franklin County plays here.
From the 931 Go Weather Center, it's time for an ESPN Radio Winchester weather update, presented by Bennett's Pharmacy.
Got a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. It's waking up with some patchy fog. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high of 91 and our heat index value jumping up to 100 degrees. Got some calm winds coming in from the west-southwest at around only 5 miles per hour this afternoon. Stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester for all of your terrible weather updates.
At Bennett's Pharmacy in Winchester, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your partner in health. Conveniently located at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard, we're here to serve you with fast, friendly, and personalized service. Need prescriptions filled? Looking for over-the-counter products? We've got you covered. Plus, enjoy local delivery and expert advice from our caring team. Call us today at 931-967-2777 or stop by Bennett's Pharmacy at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard today.
We had a plan, and then the microphones came on. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 1069, WCDT Winchester.
All right, back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham and Chewy just got done with a complete segment that the only purpose of it was to set up a self-deprecating joke. I thought it was funny. Chewy laughed.
It was worth it. Sherry Sun's coming in for the okay. So she brought up something, and Katie has brought this up to me as well. Okay. And the fact that I haven't done it yet shows, like, where I am. So she says Walmart delivery or pickup, I avoid going in. Now, Katie, I downloaded the Walmart app after she went down, and I was like, "What do you mean you're gonna go get your groceries like this?" And she's like, "Oh, I just have it on the pickup."
Yeah, she learned about this. I told her when we first started dating. I told her about this, and she was like, "No, that's ridiculous. I would never do that." And now it's like her favorite thing.
Right. And I even downloaded the Walmart app, made it an account and everything, and I still haven't done it.
She you once you start, you won't want to stop. And here's the reason why. She doesn't like putting her information into stuff unnecessarily. She doesn't like making online purchases. She's afraid of like the fraud and all the other things, which is good kind of fear to have right now. But it is kind of cool. Now here's the challenge. This is just like the world that we live in, right? Is we talk about how, oh man, back in the day, things were so much better back in the day, pre-COVID, pre-internet, when we go out and we used to do Blockbuster and all the things, and it used to be an event and all that type of stuff. Well, what are we doing? Now we're saying, oh, well, the convenience of it is just so wonderful. It makes the world so much easier, so much better, so much easier to manage. I don't have to worry about this, that, and the other thing. I don't have to see, Jennifer's butt crack when I go into the Walmart if I don't want to. All these things. But what it does is for when we do make the trip into the Walmart, you know who the worst? We talked about the people who are delay fish, and they're the idiots that just stand in the middle of the aisle and they're oblivious to everything else. You know who's worse than that at Walmart?
Those poor employees having to drag those carts around.
Ah, you say poor employees. I have a different word for those employees. They shop as if they own the Walmart.
Yeah.
They are from Arkansas. They are from the corporate store.
That was the biggest insult I've ever heard someone say from around here.
They act like they own the place.
Yeah.
And they push those carts around, and so I have literally had this experience. Now, I personally, when I set up to look for the thing, So say I'm in the cereal aisle, like Karen, and Karen just stands there, standing with her buggy in the middle of the aisle. She's looking up, and she's looking for her thing, blocking the entirety of traffic. Me, I have to prepare. I parallel park. I set my cart off to the side. I turn around. I stand back with my back to the other aisle, looking up. I can see to the left. I can see to the right. I can see what's in front of me. I can see if somebody's coming and needs to get through. Go ahead. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm looking up at the thing. Oh, there's the cereal that I want. There's the bag of chips that I want. And when I find it, boom, I make the move. I go get it, snatch it off the shelf, put it in my cart, and boom, I move on. So I am going through this process. There are people coming to my left and to my right. I've parallel parked. I'm looking up, and this guy's coming down the aisle with one of those big, stupid Walmart carts that is for the online shoppers. I turn around. I see him coming. Okay, yeah, come on through. I look up. There is the last bag of chips.
And
the only thing that I personally, so when we go to Walmart as a family, Katie shops for the family. She makes sure that everybody is fed. There are certain things that certain kids like. She makes sure to get this kid that thing and that kid this thing, and we make certain meals that everybody kind of likes, and she's got this plan. And when we go to Walmart, I am lucky to get one thing. Like, that's the thing that I want. And I turn around, and there's my thing. And this jackalope pushing a Walmart cart down the aisle doesn't even slow down. He walks by, grabs the thing. I don't even have time to realize what happened. I'm just looking up at it. It's there, and then it's gone. And I'm like, where did it go? And I see him. I turn to my right, and I see him putting it in the cart. This guy, I remember his face, too. I'm coming for him. I just want to set that out there, okay? Now, I say all that to say that he should be scared, because I am vengeance. I am vengeance. I'm like Batman, but way more ripped. In my mind. No, Chewy, I don't know about you. I've started seeing these posts on social media.
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Well, this is just a continuation.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've heard about this great Winchester crime wave that we've had.
No.
Yeah, because it's such a big deal. And apparently all 3 people have posted about it. No, there are certain people that have lost their mind because apparently Winchester, the city of Winchester, has descended into lawlessness.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize this until the other day when I was laying down in bed thinking that I was safe in the warm embrace of my suburb city here in Franklin County, Winchester, Tennessee. I did not realize that I was really living in like a new version of Gotham City until I came across a post claiming that downtown had just descended into this chaos.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking a broken window here, rocks thrown at vehicles, and the occasional craft singles on your headlights.
What?
Has anybody else run into this?
Craft singles on your headlights?
Cheese. People are kids going around putting cheese on people's headlights.
That is hilarious. I mean, don't do that.
Don't do that.
But that's a crime. But that is hilarious.
So I just want to pause and ask. So last week we had the election. There are some people that I've heard from here recently, and they're very happy. There's some people who I think that we might need to send people from the sheriff's department to do wellness checks on. I have not heard from some people. It's been very quiet from some people. I hope that those people are all okay.
Sherry Sons made a good point about the Walmart pickup. She said, we save money doing it, no impulse buying. And then Alice did jump in.
That's where Katie says.
Yeah, see, that's actually a pretty genius idea. And then Alice came in and says it's only because they give them short amount of times to get the orders. That's why I said poor, because they always look like they're in trouble.
Are you wearing glasses?
It's the blue light for the pooter screen.
I don't think I've ever seen her wear glasses before.
The Walmart pickup. We're talking about it.
That's why yes, Walmart pickup. God love it. I avoid the aisles and all the Karens.
She says she's avoiding you people.
No, it makes
people
sense.
Wondering.
I love you people.
I was saying like I still like I have the app downloaded. I made the account. I still haven't done it.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's not rocket science over there. Buddy.
Here's the thing, though. I almost never go to Walmart. I avoid that place. You know, so
I say every once in a while, I love Walmart. Okay.
You like the ritual of Walmart.
I like the ritual of Walmart. I like Walmart for both the people watching, and I am hoping if I go enough, we've talked about this the other day, it's my dream to be asked for my autograph. And if I go to Walmart, I have a high probability of getting asked for my autograph.
Now it ain't gonna ever happen.
I'm just throwing this out there. If you run into me, if you watch the show and you know who I am and you run into me, it's okay for you to ask me for my autograph.
Oh, please, everyone, if you see us out together, ignore him and ask me for mine.
That's how I feel with Chewy. We'll go walking around at Walmart. I got to stop asking him to come with me because we go walking around and he's the one that people come up to. He's the one that people are like, oh, it's Chewy and that other dude.
That other guy who owns the station. You know?
Anyway.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
You know what you need then?
Yeah.
This is an easy fix, okay? I get, you know, I'm not oblivious to what I look like, you know? Sounds like to me, you need to grow that beard out. You need to get a little bit heavier, you know?
Are you saying that I need to look more like you, or are you saying that I need something that makes me look like identifiable as me?
Let me ask you this. If you wanted tomorrow, just for yourself, to wear like a Ninja Turtle mask, you wouldn't do it. Because you're like, well, people would, you know, make fun of me, you know? I don't have that. You need to have, you know, be a silhouette. You know what I mean? When they say a good character, you can tell by just their silhouette alone. Like, I feel like if there was a silhouette of me like this, like people would know what that is. You know what I mean? You just got to work on your silhouette. I'm not famous. I'm just easy to spot.
It's either Bigfoot or Chewy.
Yeah.
You locked it in.
Yeah. You just need to be easier to spot. You're a little too put together.
I'm a little too incognito.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're saying that if I like dyed portions of my beard blonde or something like that, I would be more recognizable, more of a character.
Let's see. Ansley was one of the cart pushers before being moved to electronics, but she was on a timer and had to beat it to keep her job. What?
Beat it.
Why don't they?
Okay, so
why don't they have a separate section for that?
So you're telling me that Walmart has these poor people on a time? That's like, you know those video games that you play at the arcade where you put a couple of quarters in and you got to hit the timed gates in a certain amount of time, or you just don't get to play the game anymore? That's what Walmart has done to its employees. And those games piss me off.
Right, that has to be so stressful. But here's my question for you. Why what are we fighting for at this point? You know, like I get the inside store, but why don't they just have like a separate section for that where the workers can just go through like a warehouse and grab the stuff and go? Do you know what I mean? Like separate the two things. Why are you making the workers go out there where everyone else is? You know?
Yeah, I mean, because then you'd have to have a whole lot more space.
Couldn't you just put
you'd have to have
wall?
basically like, no, because Walmart, let me put it this way, Walmart pretty much is just a giant warehouse with a bunch of crap on the shelves.
Yeah.
Right? So you'd literally have to build like a complete separate Walmart at that point, I think.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You're right, because you would just need it. Yeah.
But that's where the Dollar General comes in. If you don't like that, be like Chewy, go to the Dollar General. Because the Dollar General is basically a mini Walmart with a lot of the same stuff, and without those timed cart pusher people who apparently aren't the real enemy. The real enemy is Walmart itself.
It's cyclical. It's an Ouroboros eating itself. I think there's
I didn't understand a word you just said.
There sounds like there's an opportunity then for a non-walk-in supermarket. Do you know what I mean? Where you like literally it's just an app and you go and park in the parking lot like
I think
Sonic.
that's the direction we're headed.
I'm not terribly against that.
Yeah, but you say that, but then what'll happen is 10 years from now, you'll be like, oh, man, remember the days where we could have gone to Walmart?
Well,
just like
that's
Blockbuster.
true. Yeah.
You know, you think that it's handy to have Netflix on your thing, but you took me completely off course. I was going to go into how we've got this crazy level of vandalism, and the county needs a hero to step up. They need somebody to represent the people and fight back against these craft singles bandits, and how I was willing to be that person.
Okay. We'll jump into it in the next segment.
No, that's pretty much all I had on that. No, I mean, just like I don't think we need to call the FBI or anything because the Velveeta cartel has hit Winchester. All right, we'll get over it. The police are on the lookout for somebody carrying around deli meats and or cheeses.
Brett Crafter says it's called Amazon. Yeah, basically.
Literally.
Yeah.
Just order it off of Amazon. All right, back on the other side. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
And now for something you might not have known. Brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. If you started counting right now and maintained a pace of one number per second, it would take you about 255 years to reach more than 8 billion. And here's something else you might not have known. The Tennessee Lottery has raised more than $8 billion for education, and we don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. You can count on that. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing, life-changing fun.
The Tennessee Lifeline Peer Project connects individuals and families to addiction recovery resources right here in Franklin County and across our region, from treatment referrals and 12-step meetings to education and ongoing support. Because recovery happens when we're stronger together, and life truly is stronger without it. Learn more at fcpctn.org/TNLifeline or call 931-464-0725. Funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
When you're looking for great food, cold drinks, and a fun place to catch the game, make it Jefferson's in Winchester. From wings and burgers to oysters, appetizers, and more. Jefferson's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, or just a night out with friends and family. This fall, Jefferson's is also proud to host the Franklin County Coaches Show with Johnny Hand all season long. Good food, local sports, and hometown pride. It's all happening at Jefferson's in Winchester.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The City of Winchester is recognizing the veterans, volunteers, sponsors, and committee members whose work to bring the Vietnam Traveling Memorial Wall to Winchester last summer continues to benefit the community. Sponsorship funds from the event have helped provide benches along the walking trail at Winchester City Park, and military medallions representing each branch of the U.S. Armed Forces have now been installed along the trail. City officials say the additions create a lasting tribute to those who have served while providing a meaningful place for reflection for generations to come. Franklin County Schools is welcoming students back to the cafeteria with a reminder that meals will continue to be provided at no cost at several schools throughout the Community Eligibility Provision, or CEP, for the 2026-2027 school year. Participating schools include Broadview, Clark Memorial, Cowan, Deckard, Northlake, and Rock Creek Elementary Schools, along with Franklin County High School, Huntland Schools, North Middle, and South Middle. District officials say they're looking forward to another great year serving students across Franklin County. The FCHS Rebel Pride Marching Band is asking parents and students to lend a hand on Monday, August 10th, as preparations continue for football and marching season. Volunteers will gather beginning at 4:30 p.m. to clean and stock the concession stand. Students are welcome to help after practice and can earn volunteer hours while supporting the band program. And the Winchester City Council will meet Tuesday, August 11th at 5 p.m. With renovations underway at Winchester City Hall, the meeting will be held in the upstairs courtroom of the Franklin County Courthouse. Residents planning to attend are reminded to make note of the temporary location. For details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
When it comes to caring for your loved ones, choose a name you can trust. Inhabit Home Health in Winchester, located at 2068 Cowan Highway. We're here to provide compassionate professional care right in the comfort of your own home. From skilled nursing to therapy services, our team is dedicated to helping you or your loved ones achieve the best quality of life. Call Inhabit Home Health today at 931-967 0633 to learn more about our personalized care plans.
I don't know what to tell you. I know it's not much, but this is the best they've got. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio, WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340, 1069 WCDT Winchester. I am Joe Abraham, along with my autograph signing Sharpie, which I am prepared with, and Chewy.
I was going to say, I love this rejoiner. It always reminds me of North. Your autograph pen that you got.
I got it.
You always carry that around?
It really more operates as my pre-workout stirring pen, but just in case somebody were to ask for my autograph, it's there. So what's going on in the chat?
Doug Garrett jumped back in saying, I love the cart pushers encounter with the electric cart in the aisle.
Oh, man.
Aisle wars begin.
Jeez.
Doug Garrett, he also come back in.
That's the next Marvel movie.
Somebody needs to make that. The trailer alone would be just killer. I was caught with some craft singles coming home from work last week. It was
brutal.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then he says he let me go because it was quite obvious I'm not using them to vandalize. I was eating them.
Yeah, that was a cheesy joke.
Katie went in here and she was talking about Alice said, pouring the beer on the grill was alcohol abuse. She came in and said, hey, that's cheese abuse, throwing those craft singles around.
Yeah, those things are like gold. Like
literally.
Yeah. I don't know what they're actually made of. I heard it's not really cheese. So there's a reason why they don't call it cheese. Craft singles are not actually cheese.
Isn't it called like cheese product or something?
like that.
Yeah, I remember. And that's the reason it melts the way it melts, because that's like no cheese melts like that. Yeah.
Except for it's awesome on grilled cheese. This is grilled cheese product between two slices of bread. That's how it should be marketed. So yeah, going back to the Kraft Singles Bandit. I don't think that we're dealing with a member of like MS-13, just because Braden is going around dropping Kraft Singles on somebody's headlights. And if your name is Braden and you like cheese, I'm not saying that you're the Kraft Cheese Bandit. It was just throwing a name out there. I'm not innocent until proven guilty, all the things, I know. But I will say this. I am thinking, Chewy, and I mentioned this in the last segment, if we need somebody to go out there and lay the smack down on some vandals, like if we need a vigilante who is willing to go out there, I don't have any particular set of skills with like a bow staff or a sai or katana or nunchucks. I'm not loaded with cash like Batman. I could hit people in the head with like a microphone and tie them up with like
XLR cables.
Hit
them right in the crotch with like the end of those.
Yeah.
You ever done that?
I've done that to myself many a time.
Yeah,
every time I pack up the equipment, I'm pretty much,
turns into a deadly weapon.
Oh, man, I think that we do need some sort of vigilante that goes around and just beats the crap out of 14-year-olds throwing cheese on people's headlights.
You'd be great at that. Yeah. I could totally picture, the square needs somebody to watch over it.
I do want to say this. I don't endorse you, beating on little 14-year-olds. You'll get more jail time than they will for throwing cheese on people's cars.
That is funny because it's so. Can I honestly though, if you were in the situation, like imagine you're in your car and you see some kids throw cheese on your like headlights, you know what I mean? Like, what's the reaction to that? Because I wouldn't be able to like take myself seriously. I couldn't hop out like, "Hey, now you quit that," because it's so stupid.
Because it's such something you would do.
I would get out and be like, "Why? Why are you doing that?"
Here's my biggest concern, and we talked about this in hour number 1. I would do. This is what I would do. I would dress up in like all black, or if I'm the milkman, all white. I dress up like an actual milkman.
It's your alternate ego.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to tell people who you are.
Right.
A milkman dressed in all black, who do you think it is?
Right. If you dressed up in a costume and covered your eyes like Like you take off your glasses like you're Superman.
Yeah.
Nobody would recognize you. Take off your beanie and your glasses and boom.
Now check it out.
Superhero. Completely unrecognizable.
Tell me I don't look like Superman.
Yeah. Exactly. So Chewie is sitting there in the shadows waiting for the Velveeta cartel to start their hijinks downtown. You got the old ladies locking their cars and rolling up their windows at night, making sure that their valuables are secured. And he's just in the darkness, waiting. And here comes this group of like 3 boys, and they start throwing cheese on all the headlights downtown. And then one of them reaches over and pantses the other. It would be my kids.
I'll hop out and be like, that's wasteful.
All of this, we go through all of this just to discover that my children are the ones going around, which I don't think that they are. This is not an admission of guilt. I'm just saying it would be funny if the vandals were identified through the fact that they're pantsing one another. They try to run away, trip over the pants that are now around their ankles.
They're like Patrick running away. Brett Crabtree jumped in and says, me, I'll do it. I hate when other people mess with other people's vehicles. All right, that's a good point.
Yeah. I hate when other people mess with other people's stuff, period.
BJ Anderson jumped in with an interesting take on this.
Yeah.
He says, to play the other side of this, I don't agree with what they're doing, but I am glad they are outside doing it with friends. Most kids don't even look up from their phone or tablets long enough to unwrap a piece of cheese. So that's a good point. You know what? I'm glad they're getting out there and causing a ruckus like they used to.
Oh, my gosh.
He's got a point, dude. At least
BJ,
they're
you're
out.
compromised. No, I mean, yeah, to that point. That's the problem, is you send kids outside nowadays, they don't know what to do with themselves. They start throwing cheese on people's cars. I joke, but when I was in middle school, the most trouble I ever got in was I was walking home from school, and there was a school bus passed by, and it was driving down the road, and I turned to my friends, and the school bus was parked all the way down at the other end of the street, which was a fairly good distance. And I had been carrying a rock in my hand. It was like the size of a quarter, just like a smaller size rock. And I was like just tossing it to myself, and I was like, I bet you I could hit the bus from here with this rock. They all said, no way. There's no way you can hit it. So sure enough, I hit it because I got a cannon on my arm, and I got in trouble because I threw a rock at the bus. And
yeah.
We lived in such a small town that the bus driver looked in the rearview mirror and was like, yep, I know his parents. So anyway.
Brett Crouch said, Joe, who's in the studio with you? Oh, never mind. It's just Chewy.
Could have been worse. Could have been putting cheese on headlights.
That's true. Yeah, you could, like, imagine you left a piece of cheese on the top of the bus. That would have been bad. You grilled cheese a bus.
I heard that if you take certain deli meats and put it on people's cars, it'll, like, take the paint off.
That doesn't surprise me. That does sound right.
That would upset me.
Especially like a sausage that's got a bunch of stuff in it. Yeah.
It would be so hard and annoying, though, to clean cheese off of your headlights.
That is true. I will give you that. That is vandalism. Let's not encourage vandalism. But at the same time, it's very funny. I hate to be that guy. You know, like it's
pretty funny.
It's hilarious. Like the thought process, like where are you in life that brought you to this conclusion? Do you know what I mean? Like what pressured you into being like, this is my outlet? You know, I'm like, what is going on?
Why did you cheese all these vehicles? It was peer pressure.
What? I would love to just learn where this person is mentally.
Wasn't there a show on Netflix a few years ago where somebody went, and I don't know if it was a real show or not, if it was like a spoof, but where somebody went out and painted a bunch of inappropriate objects all over the vehicles in the parking lot, the school parking lot?
I don't remember this.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, we'll have to.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't even know how we got to this point. Just be careful what you get into on Facebook. I have not seen this crime wave occur. Maybe the officers, we get Sergeant Detective Ryan Fuller on the case.
Sure.
Ask him if he has heard about any increase in dairy-based vandalism.
We'll have him on the show one morning and just be like, so what have you heard about this? You know.
But here's what we need to be careful of, Chewy. If we have too much dairy-based vandalism, we will start to, as a community, You let the cheese sit out in the sun, it'll rot, it'll start to stink. We'll start smelling like Tullahoma.
I was waiting when you were going to bring that one up.
Now, we touched on this
a while ago.
We caught a whiff of this a couple of weeks ago. I think it was mid-election cycle that we reached out and grabbed this one. It really stuck in our noses that these people were just taking shots at our brothers and sisters up the road in Tullahoma, who they know that their city smells because of the tannery.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't care. I the other day came across another post.
Like a separate person made this
separate post.
This
yeah, separate post. So a few weeks ago, if you will remember, somebody who wanted to remain nameless because they posted it as anonymous in the Tullahoma talk chat thing about how this town smells. It smells like rotting garbage. It's awful. Clean up
parts of it.
Clean up your town, Tullahoma, this, that, and the other. And people immediately jumped in and were like, yeah, that's the tannery. It's been here for like 80 years or something like that or more. It's always smelled like that. It's always going to smell like that. Like, it just is what it is. Tell us you're not from here without telling us you're not from here was the line I saw a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some people said, oh yeah, it smells like money. All the things. None of them came out and said that the town doesn't smell. They're all very aware that the town smells, and they're all very defensive about it. We all, as their neighbors, are apparently just jealous of their industrial odor. Yeah. And I think that the real question is, Tullahoma may have smelled like this for the last 80 years and counting, and they don't want to change, who they are. But a lot of technology's changed in the last 80 years. Maybe there is some sort of odor control measure that they could contemplate. I don't know, Chewy.
I don't know either, but I got to say, it is thoroughly entertaining just having this, like, once every few months, someone has to, like, talk about it in the Tullahoma chats in the groups.
They're pissed.
Yeah, but the comment section is, like, really where that's where the magic is because, like, the reactions that they have are just, it's hilarious. And
yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah. And I hate to run back and talk about this, as another segment since we did it already. But goodness gracious, in a span of 34 minutes, Chewy, the post had 73 comments in 34 minutes. And within, I think, 12 hours, it was up to 400 comments.
Oh my God.
So on a trending Tuesday, I think that it's worth bringing up once again that, yes, Tullahoma stinks. We as Franklin County folk, we know that it stinks. We're here for them. If they ever decide to, address the smell, we'll do our best to help them with it. But in their words, that's the smell of economic development, my friend.
Sure.
I get it. When we come back, I do kind of want to talk about, I want to take this a step further and go to what's at the heart of this whole conversation. And that is the Tullahoma, like the reputation that Tullahoma people have. And this might piss some Tullahoma people off, but it may also turn into a situation where they kind of don't deny it, just like they don't deny that their town smells. It is the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
This is Daryl from Columbus, previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Check in scissor hands. I'm the wrong guy to ask, but what's the secret to a good haircut?
A good haircut makes you feel confident. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when you get that haircut, you're going to walk out that barbershop, you're going to look in the mirror, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's it. And you're going to tip the barber.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC network.
Why choose More Courtney Funeral Home? Well, they're a fifth-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, and compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. More Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. More Courtney Funeral Home.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at reliablerentalfc.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
The future of healthcare starts here. The Southern Tennessee Regional Health System, Winchester and Suwannee, are joining the High Point Health System with Ascension St. Thomas, a health network serving communities across the state. We're working together to expand access, improve clinical quality, and keep you close to home throughout your care journey. Your favorite providers aren't going anywhere. It's the same care you know and trust, now with a new name, High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas. Learn more at highpointhealthsystem.com.
I'm Kristen Abraham, curator of Abraham Art Gallery right on the square in downtown Winchester. Looking for something unique? Every month brings a new featured artist, original art to inspire and share with the community. Come in, explore, and discover art that's ready to go home with you today. Whether you're redecorating, collecting, or just need something that sparks joy, this is your place. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit abrahamgallery.com or stop by at 106 North High Street. You never know what you'll fall in love with.
We had a plan, and then the microphones came on. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 1069, WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham and Chewy wrapping things up, and yeah, we're gonna go down this road. Listen, I get it. It's not, to me, it's not about the smell, and I know what smells. Have you seen the nose that I've got? It's friggin' huge. I'm just saying, Tullahoma has this reputation. And Tullahoma people, don't get mad at me. You know the reputation that I'm talking about. There's this reputation that floats out there around Chewy that Tullahoma people are a little bit snooty. They think that everybody is jealous of Tullahoma. Everybody picks on them. Everybody wants to be Tullahoma. Everybody has it out for Tullahoma. That we're all just jealous. And listen. We are not jealous of that smell. Okay? Nobody in Winchester sitting on a porch, looking over their beautiful farmland, or looking off the back of their lake house at Timms Ford Lake, or, hearing the sounds and sights and sounds and smelling the smells of downtown and all the things, and thinking, you know what we're missing, honey? We could really use a tannery right in the middle of the heart of our... Well, I really want the evening breeze to blow through the smell of industrial cowhide. Now, I'm not saying that Tullahoma needs to shut the tannery down. That is not where I'm going. It has nothing to do with the tannery. It has nothing to do with the smell. I just... The thing that gets to me, the thing that cracks me up, Chewy, is that sometimes... Tullahoma acts like everybody else has a complex about them. This is the town that created their own school system. They are geographically in both Franklin County and Coffee County and have determined that they are somehow the sovereign nation of Tullahoma. They are different. They're not Manchester. They're not Franklin County. They're their own.
Apparently, B.J. Anderson jumped in. They said they had 2 tanneries at one point.
2 was a little bit too much of a smell.
Right. We got to pull that back a little bit.
It's a little too stanky. But they think that people from Tullahoma think that, we all hate them because they're from Tullahoma, because they're just better. Like, we're just jealous of them because they're better. At some point, they learn, it's a learned behavior. They get this complex.
B.J. Anderson jumped in, though, also talking about, people who move to a new town don't do the research and then complain about something. He says this is going back to the same thing that happened at the racetrack in Winchester.
Yeah.
People moving in, knowing the issue beforehand, still buying property, and immediately complaining about until the offending object is closed or torn down.
I miss the racetrack so friggin' much.
I can I be honest with you? I have turned on those YouTube videos for sleeping. I have turned on distant racing things because I could hear the racetrack at night when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and
that's how my parents' house is right up kind of same distance, right? And that's how it was over there. And it's kind of like the train, right? Mm-hmm. You move right next to the train. You're like, I am never going to get sleep again. And then within a couple of weeks, you don't even know that the train is going by. You don't even notice it.
And then you go on vacation or you go on a work trip or something, and there's no train, and all of a sudden
you can't sleep.
Everything's wrong.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as far as Tullahoma goes, have you been to Franklin County? Have you been to Winchester? I know you know about Tim's Ford Lake because you use it to promote your own town. People in Franklin County, people in the city of Winchester, we've got a gorgeous downtown. We've got a gorgeous lake. We are good, okay? And I know that you think that everybody's jealous of you, but we also have ESPN Radio Winchester, which totally makes living in Winchester and Franklin County, which you got to live close because, our signal sucks so bad. But you got no. I'm just saying we got stuff too, and we're happy. If we wanted to move up to Tullahoma, believe me, we would. Golly. I just find it funny because it does, right? And it's kind of one of those things that everybody's too nice to say, but me, I'm a jerk, so I can say it. Everybody in Tullahoma has this complex that everybody else is jealous of them. We're not the ones with the complex that we're jealous of you. You got the complex that you think everybody's jealous of you. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Tullahoma people,
let us know in the FMO Facebook chat.
It's been a week since I pissed people off.
It's been a while. You
and
gotta
they're
find
an
something.
Easy target.
So it's their fault.
Football season's here, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Got to piss somebody off. Watch out, Shelbyville. I'm coming for you. Manchester, you're next. We're going to start 1-0, by the way. We're going to beat Coffee County.
All right.
That's my prediction. All right. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I joke, but Tullahoma does smell. But it's okay because it's the tannery, and it makes money, and it employs people. It's been there for 80 years. It's okay. Coming up next, it is Reliable Rentals Swap and Shop with Chewy. Don't have the raccoon yet. I'm working on it. This is ESPN Radio 1340, 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Whether you need a quick fix or you got a full-on project, the team at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware has you covered. From electrical and plumbing supplies to Makita power tools, Benjamin Moore paints, lawn and garden gear, and dependable appliances. They carry the brands you trust with service that treats you like family. Serving Franklin County for over 35 years, they're your local hardware experts and proud supporters of Franklin County sports. Located on Sharp Springs Road in Winchester and online at poultryelectric.com.
It's time for a community calendar update, presented by Minuteman Press in Tullahoma.
The Fall Heritage Festival Fun is getting an early start in Cowan with the Fall Heritage Festival Beauty Pageant on Sunday, August 16th at 2 p.m. The pageant will be held at Monterey Station, and as another way, the community can start getting into the spirit of one of Cowan's favorite fall traditions. Downtown Winchester is getting ready to send summer out with plenty of color. Third Thursday returns August 20th from 5 until 8 p.m. with a color carnival throughout downtown. Families can shop around the square, enjoy live music, free treats, games, and local artists. And keep your eyes open for llamas along the way. Shoppers can hunt for llama prints inside participating businesses and earn a free book. Parents who have been curious about LifeWise Academy will have an opportunity to learn more during the open house, Monday, August 24th, from 4 until 5:30 p.m. at Hope Baptist Church in Cowan. Organizers will be available to explain the program, answer questions about how it works with Cowan Elementary students, and give families a closer look at the curriculum. And looking a little further ahead, the Oaklawn Baptist Church Women's Ministry is preparing for its 17th annual Women's Conference on September 12th. This year's conference features Shea Purtle, along with worship music from Jamie Hatcher. Registration and shopping begins at 9 a.m., and the cost is $10 with registration due by August 31st. More information is available through Oaklawn Baptist Church. In a small area like Franklin County, staying connected.
The Vol